As Prof, what is that? What are some of those battles that do stand out for you, even as we wait for what the results of these nominations are?
I think for me, the greatest battle for me are in two places. Actually, two or three. I think the first one is the battle in Kericho. The battle in Kericho is interesting because if you follow the debates, I think where it's money vis-a-vis citizens. And I think that's an interesting conversation because it tries to have us have a conversation about what's the place of money in politics. I think we've grown up over the last few years knowing the more money you have, the higher the chances that you will win. To have a situation where you are hearing the reverse from early signs, that's going to be an interesting outcome for me. I think the second, and we're discussing this offline, is places where governors are running for Senate positions. I think there's been a lot of conversation. Is it legal? Is it not? I think it's immoral.
Thank you.
The reason why you are supposed to finish your term and retire is so that you go and rest. But here people are finishing their term, then you hear somebody wants to be an MP, somebody wants to be a senator. So I think it's interesting to see what kind of messages voters will be sending to governors who are running to be senators. That's happening in Embu, that's happening in Wasingishu. Right. That was supposed to happen in somewhere in Siaya. I don't think it eventually got to happen. So those for me are votes are places that really stand out for me in terms of races to watch.
Joy, before you give me the ones that do stand out for you, what's your take on the issue of governors finishing their terms and going to the Senate, running for Senate?
Quite frankly, I'm very unimpressed by that move. Because as professors pointed out, there's a reason why a governor's position has a term limit. It's the same reason why you have a term limit for the presidency, so that you make your contribution as the chief executive of your county, and then you take time to rest. Now, the senator's role is to play some oversight role over what the governor does. Now, if you've been governor, and then now you want to go to Senate, we can only surmise that there are things that you did during your term that you want to keep neat and tidy and under lock and key. So I agree with Professor, it's not only immoral, it also smacks of a certain arrogance, that your people have no other leaders apart from you. In this day and age, we have realized that anybody can be a leader as long as there's enough nature and nurture, the right mix of nature and nurture to be able to help somebody manifest their leadership qualities. So quite frankly, if the former governors trying to be senators have it rough tonight, I am one happy bunny.
All right. Professor Lumala, you are right at this epicenter of one of the strongest battles in the county of Wasingishu, one of those counties where the Deputy President, William Ruto, and his UDA party have decided not to interfere in any way whatsoever in terms of trying to look for consensus. They've let people vote, and there are a lot of battles there. And one of those that Prof and Joy are talking about, a governor who is running for Senate. How are those battles coming along from what you can be able to tell?
First of all, let me join Joy and my colleague Prof in agreeing that in all fairness, it doesn't make a lot of sense that you have been a governor and then you now want to be a senator. The reason for my argument is like what Joy says, there's a conflict of interest. There will definitely come a moment when the Senate will want to investigate something that happened in Wasingishu County while Governor Mandago was in office. So I can only imagine how it will turn out in a situation where he's to be invited as a witness by his fellow senators should he be able to win the election and become the Senate candidate for Wasingishu. So, yeah, but as it were, it is within his right. I think the law did not go ahead to bar people who have served as governors to run as senators. It only stops them from running again as a governor. So to that extent, you can give it to them. I do know that we've had people who have been senators and have gone to run as governors, like the way it happened with our brother Boni Halwale. And then there are those who have become, who wish to live and go to become senators. So yeah, there's a bit of a gray area in terms of the law to that extent. But yes, if we have a term limit, there is a reason why we have that limit. There are other people who have the opportunity and who can serve even much better than maybe Mr. Governor Mandago in the event that he doesn't win. And so that does not really worry me, because the people will make a decision based on what they think is the best thing for them in Uasin Gishu County.